And good afternoon. Welcome into the rundown right here on the Carolina Jackpot channel. So the Rob and Kale Facebook page. Got a lot of things we're going to get into today. First of all, I was sick yesterday. Could not do the show. Better now. Thank goodness for that. Today on the show, we'll talk a little bit about some of the stuff that's happened out there on the college football front. Um, we could talk about Florida State last night, but let's be honest. It's just comedy. After the way that they bitched and pissed and moaned and everything else about last season, yeah, I whatever. Boston College went there and handed them their ass. If you didn't have Boston College on the side of their helmets or whatever, you wouldn't have known any different, man. You'd have thought that, what in the world's going on here? So their chances of going to the playoff are shot. Sponsor says, "Be careful, Rob. They'll sue you." Yeah. Which, by the way, we knew. Let's highlight Trey's comment here. Trey, I don't think I've seen you in the comment section before. I'm sure you have been, but hey, I can't remember everybody. Your first comment that I've noticed is absolute facts. Uiagalelei is trash. Yep, he definitely is trash. And not that I'm a bitter individual, but I can tell you this. The stench he left at Clemson is terrible. Terrible. So there's that. You want to join the program, have at it. Top 25 rankings have just been released not too long ago. Clemson held on to their AP spot in the top 25, which, to be honest, not sure they deserve it. But then again, I'm not sure about any rankings that are out before Halloween. So nobody remembers who was number 25 in week 2 of last season. Rankings are hog shit. So there you go with that. What we can talk about today is the fact that things have moved on now. And it's kind of the same for South Carolina and Clemson. If you're a coach right now, what you need to be telling these fools, and I say fools because they played like fools, some of them did, is that you can take week 1 and let it define your entire season. You can do that. Or you can move on and try to rescue a portion of your season. That's kind of how you have to look at it. I think it's harder for Clemson than it is for South Carolina because Clemson got monkey raped in the damn Georgia Dome. And just the thought of, hey, we're trying to get a playoff berth so we can face that team again after what happened. Yeah, I getting jacked up for that. I don't know. Clemson's got a lot of work to do. Let's leave it at that. Give you some of the meat and potatoes here from Shane Beamer's press conference today. I could give you Dabo Sweeney stuff, but it's all the same. Jacked up for a night game at Death Valley. App State's the best thing since the dawn of time. Blah, 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 blah. That's kind of how we look at that. Here's the other thing, though. I will give Beamer credit for something. He said something today in his press conference that makes some sense. And it was, we have to get the ball in the hands of Nick Harbor. No shit. No shit. We don't argue hardware on the program here. We don't argue when someone has been correct from the start. But we have to extend our hat to Peg and Megan here. Because Peg and Megan has said from the beginning that Nick Harbor is shit. And so far, Nick Harbor has been shit. Sorry. He's developed no chemistry with Lenora Sellers. Sellers completed passes to 7 different receivers on Saturday against a what's supposed to be a piss poor defense, and he couldn't get one of them to Nick Harbor. Now we could talk about hey, maybe it's the scheme. Yeah, I'm not buying that. I just think that maybe Nick Harbor's not that good. Maybe not. So there's that. Also got into an argument with some friends of mine on Twitter talking about the game of the week is the Michigan Texas game. And to be honest, I don't give a shit about Michigan or Texas. So in the eyes of the national pundits and everything else, oh, we're supposed to bow down to the Michigan Texas game. I don't give a shit about that game. I mean, think about it. Is that really the game you care about this week? No, not really. I don't care. I don't care. So we shall see how that how that goes. Maybe it'll be a good game. I don't know. I can tell you there are other games that I'm more interested in. Arkansas and Oklahoma State. Stay with me. More interested in that than some of these other games. I mean, I really am. Let's see here. What are the other? There's some other games here that were interesting too that I kind of liked. James says Texas will expose Michigan. What's to expose? Here are games that I care more about than Texas and Michigan. Colorado and Nebraska. Why? Because I want to see Deion Sanders get his face punched in. Yep, that's what I want to see. I want to see Shedeur Sanders get his face punched in. That arrogant SOB. Because that's what he is. I'm more interested in that. Welcome, Megan, to the show. What's up, buddy?
Rob, hey, I want to start off on what we agree on. Two things I do agree with you on, Rob.
What's that?
Rankings early in the season. I don't know why people pull that out of their ass just to justify their team, but it just means absolutely nothing. It really does. In my mind, they're just as meaningless as bowl games, and that's the other thing I agree with you on. Bowl games no longer are a measure of anything. They're just not. There's too many reasons for that. I hate it because I don't know if you remember, Rob. Remember the blue gray game when you were a kid?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Remember?
One
I
of the
mean,
best games ever.
yeah, those players lived and died by that game. That was like the greatest game of the holidays, in my opinion. I used to love that game.
Absolutely. Yeah. We agree
That's
on that.
that is long gone, brother. I mean, they're
Well,
cashing it in.
I agree with you on that. Now, you normally don't call the program unless you motherfuck me 8 times. You had too much niceness here. So, what is it that you're calling to bitch about today, sir? Because I know it's coming.
Well, since you asked, I thought that on Sunday night's show you were petulant and you were sulky, sir. And for the Florida fans out there, Google both of those words. Would you agree with that? Would you agree you still had a little something broke off in your anus?
If you're implying if I was upset about the game, yes, I was definitely upset because I expected more than what we got. So yes, and if hold on, I don't know who I was. If I was just cranky in general, okay, I'll buy that. I'm not apologizing for it. Whoever I motherfucked, I stand by those motherfuckerings. So,
Well, before I called in, you said things have moved on, and you're right. And I just look, I warned you that there would be sodomy on national television, and there was.
There was.
He was absolutely bent over and railed in front of what 7 million people. I think that game got as far as views go.
Yep.
Um, but things will move on. This will be, other than every time I call in, this will be forgotten. Um,
Mhm.
you know, as far as Clemson goes, look, man, things will get there. One big, I don't know, some kind of community cross burning, maybe a tickle fight in the ball pit, and you guys all come together, and it'll be like old times. All will be forgotten.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Look, I hope they get it together. It's kind of hard to think that's going to happen after the way they played on Saturday, though.
This,
Really
hey,
is.
I'm not trolling you on this. Was there anybody for Clemson? Georgia's guys were obvious, like who popped, as true freshmen especially. But was there anybody on Clemson's side you were kind of pleased with what you saw from them at all?
I think I think that Maffa, not that he got a lot of yards, etc., but I think that he went to the teeth of that Georgia defense. He didn't pussy out. I think they went away from him. I think if they would have kept running stretch plays and trying to control it that way, maybe Clemson would have lost by 20 instead of fucking 30. How's that?
Yeah, and I expected to see more of that just based on last year. Georgia, the one area they struggled was keeping contain on the edge, which is uncharacteristic of them. But they struggled on that stretch play against a lot of teams last year. And struggle is a relative term, when it comes to a Georgia defense. But you got to take what you can get. And I expected to see more of that. I really did.
I thought that Peter Woods played well,
Yeah.
but other than that, yeah,
What
ugh,
what year is Peter Woods?
he's a sophomore.
Sophomore. Okay.
Yep,
He's from the Birmingham area, isn't he?
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's from that area. I know he was offered by everybody, and the fact that he picked Clemson was kind of like, huh? Not
Yeah.
that not that Clemson got him because Clemson gets good players, but like he was a heavy Alabama target. Like
Yeah.
they were talking about he was going to Alabama since like his sophomore year of high school. So
Well, he's got NFL written all over him. He is legit. So
yeah, he's gonna be just fine. But
yeah.
I just worry about the bounce back effect here with Clemson. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Who's
That's all I can
who's
tell you.
who's next on your docket?
Appalachian State.
That's right. Yeah.
Yep, App State. And look, I know Clemson's what a 15-point favorite in that game, but I'm telling you now on Tuesday, if they go out there and they have the red ass from the Georgia game and they don't put their shit together, App State can beat them. App
Yes.
State is a App State is a really, 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 really good G5 team that
Yeah.
if they win this game, it literally is their Super Bowl because they may roll through the rest of their schedule right on into the playoff.
Yeah.
So if you go out there and you think, oh, we're just going to roll the football out here and we're going to bounce back that way, nope. You better strap them up, son. Get after it because if not, they can beat you.
Yeah. I don't know
So,
about setting lines on these games. Just like that Florida State Memphis game. Where do you go as far as the line? I know they have ways of doing it, but I don't
right,
know that I don't know that I trust either one of those two lines at all.
right. I don't know. With Florida State, so I went this morning and I looked at like projections for everyone on their two deep as far as their defensive line and
Yeah.
their linebackers. All of them are projected to be first, second, or third round picks. So you have
Hmm.
a mini NFL team as your starting defense on all of the line spots and all of your linebackers. And Boston College ran over you with a guy that spent 3 years with your program, then went somewhere else, and then came back to Boston College. And they ran over you like you were just, what did Sabins call it? Shit through a tin horn?
That's it.
That's basically what it was. So I don't know what the deal is with Florida State. When you have that much talent, I think it comes down to coaching. And Norvell, I've said it for a long time, he's an absolute piece of shit when it comes to a lot of things, especially shit that he said on the recruiting trail and everything else. And you reap what you sow. And the idea that you're going to have all these mercenaries that are going to come in, and this guy's never developed a quarterback that has been in that's made an NFL team, but we're supposed to think he's the quarterback whisperer and everything else. Now that guy's going to get run out of there, and Florida State's going to continue to be looking for a band-aid to try to solve whatever the hell is going on down there.
Yeah.
So, yep. I do agree
Um,
with you on something though. They did get fucked at the playoff last year. I'll give you that. They probably should have been there. But in
yeah.
the end, you can't do anything about that. You got to strap them up and go. And
And
what did they
and
do? They got popped. So,
and I've got the ability to take off the red and black shades. Some of us do, some of us don't. And I was upset at the Georgia fans bragging about how bad we beat Florida State. Kudos to Kirby Smart again for getting them up and doing what they're supposed to do.
right.
But come on, man, that was their scout team. Let's not act like we just won the Super Bowl. I mean, I understand
Well,
it was a great job by Kirby Smart. I totally agree. But
well, think about this though. And another way to look at it, Kirby Smart has gotten the Georgia program where everybody that they play, they've been able to just hang one on them. They
yeah,
are the team that destroys people now. And the idea that, hey, we may not get to kick Florida State in the face because we don't play them every year. Maybe that was something to that team. I don't know. Maybe there was something to that.
possibly,
Just a thought. Who knows?
possibly. I will say you mentioned something last time I called. I do have a former Florida quarterback on the ropes every morning during his podcast. I've never seen anyone get under his skin. And I can't call in, you just comment. And this guy, Shane Matthews, loses it at every comment Megan Megan makes. He is the real life Uncle Rico. That's actually what he's known by in
So,
Gainesville, no
what
lie.
what is the name of that podcast? Because I tell you what we should do as a homework assignment. Why don't we take some folks that are in this chat over here, like Jay, who loves to troll, you world class trollers over there, get behind, and we'll go check out this podcast tomorrow, and we'll mock this son of a bitch into the ground. He
I'm
may
telling you what,
lose it live on the air. We'll all laugh and laugh and laugh.
I
What is that?
promise
What is
you,
the name of that podcast? Because
I,
that would be funny.
I promise you, he could not handle Jay Shipe's smoke. He could not handle it. It is Pod Up with Shane Matthews. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning. But his attitude is, unless you played for 10 years in the league, you're not qualified to comment on anything regarding football. So he makes ridiculous claims about how bad Miami sucked, how bad Florida was going to beat them. Just delusion level 1,000. And I'm sitting there on the comment saying, you have no line of scrimmage. You've recruited nothing on the line of scrimmage, maybe one or two guys. And he said, he thinks I'm a Florida fan. I'm obviously a troll, but uh, he went on and on and on about how negative I was, and it was fans like them, like me, they needed to lose. So
Why
obvious.
don't we all get together tomorrow, pretend that we're Florida fans, and just heckle him with questions?
Oh, I would love
That will
that.
that will all of us together, just one at a time. It'll be an
His
army of pests that will just shame this guy into the damn ground because I've watched some of the shit that he said. First of all, it sounds like he wants a date with you. That's the vibe I get from him. And I'm not mocking. I'm just saying this guy has a hard on for you. And I think it'll be funny to watch him go over the edge. It'll be hilarious.
Jay Shipes would make his head explode. He couldn't. The guy would have a stroke. He couldn't handle that, which is what makes it so much fun.
Jackpot was watching and said he listened to it yesterday and laughed his ass off at the old guy who's the co-host that kept referring to Megan as she.
Yeah, he thinks so. Yeah, so Shane
This
Matthews.
guy, that's great. This guy thinks she. That's
Yeah,
great.
yeah, he's
Oh well.
actually that guy's name is JC. That guy's actually an Alabama alum, but he's been a co-host of that show for a while. But Yeah, he's extremely arrogant and extremely misinformed. After all those years of pro football and college football, the guy gets it wrong. I mean, he's basically the new Lance and Jasper. I mean, the guy's terrible at predicting anything. It's unreal. But
All right, so if you guys are up tomorrow, tune in to Pot Up with Shane Matthews, and we'll mock this guy into the millennium. It'll be the funniest shit that he'll look down and be like, wait a minute, I've got like 3 times the amount of people watching this show today. What the hell's going on? It'll just
uh,
be us just mocking him in the next month.
yeah, if you're in the chat, if you happen to be awake at 8 o'clock, yeah, tune in, and the guy will lose his mind. He has
Yeah.
zero sense of humor, takes everything way too serious. It's hilarious. But
All right. Well,
I will
we'll
give
do that
you.
tomorrow. That'll be
I'll,
fun.
I'll give you one suggestion, Rob. If you
Sure.
got some people close to the program on one change you may want to make for the game against Appalachian State. Go ahead and throw on those purple pajama bottoms. They seem to give you
God
guys
damn it.
superpower. See you, Rob. 44 and
Have a good
18.
day. Have a good day, sir. Peg and Megan joining the program. Hold on. I'm gonna drop the link over here for the what is it? It's potted up, pod up with there it is. If you just type pot up in the YouTube search there, you'll get you'll get the you'll get the Shane Matthews thing there. There you go. So I will share this over here in the chat. Not that we want you to go away from our show, but it'll be fun to go and mock Shane Matthews to death. There you go. I put the link over there. Let's all go be trolls tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock. We should make comments like, "You should be nice to Megan. She's a girl." Jackpot will choke on his potato chips. That's kind of the shit that we should do because I think that would be funny. I mean, he already thinks that you're a girl anyway. That'll be the funny part. All right. Anyway, there's that. Dylan, welcome to the program.
How did you think Brent Vandergriff looked on Saturday? Or did you watch any of the hockey game?
I did not watch that game because I thought Kentucky was going to blow them out. So the stats look good. So
Yeah.
there's that.
That one interception he had was on a tip ball.
I'm gonna watch some of that game before I do my picks with Jackpot on tomorrow night. So I'll be watching that game probably tonight while I'm writing some stuff. So there you go.
Who do you think will win the Tennessee game?
On paper, it should be Tennessee. For comedic purposes, I hope it's NC State. That way, I can laugh my ass off. But Tennessee has the Grayson McCall doesn't scare me anymore with what he's done. But there's that.
I did think App State to cover the spread against y'all.
Yeah, well, it's their Super Bowl, so you're right about that, man.
Yeah. I'm watching the Tennessee game, and we play the Tennessee game right now.
Well, good for you, sir. I mean, why are you watching that game there? Tennessee beat the shit out of them.
I call a Tennessee fan every couple days to see what he thinks about his team.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, Dylan, look forward to chatting with you later on, man. We'll see how it goes.
Yep.
There you go, Dylan joining the program. Uncle Lou wants to know if we're mistreating him on the program. No, Uncle Lou. We don't wake up in the morning and just clap our hands and say, "Today we're gonna fuck with Uncle Lou." That's what I want to do. I want to fuck with Uncle Lou today. Nobody wakes up and does that, sir. Come on, Uncle Lou. You know better than that. Anyway, there's that. Biscuit says Tennessee's an 8-point favorite. We'll see with that game. We'll see. I mean, North Carolina State, like the vibe that I get with them is they constantly play with a chip on their shoulder all the time. They feel like they're disrespected by everyone. Let's welcome Uncle Lou to the show. What's up, buddy?
Hello?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, I just wanted to call in real quick because Joshua in the comment section was asking for the link, but he says he's nervous about calling in because he's disabled.
Mm-hmm.
Just wanted to reassure him, just go ahead and call in, bud. It's no big deal. 90% of the people in here are disabled.
That's probably
So
true.
you just go ahead and call in, man. It's really it's not that difficult. There's been over the years, there's even been a few Ole Miss fans that have figured out how to do it. So just click that little blue link, man, and go ahead and call in. Thank you.
All right, Uncle Lou joining the program. There's that. Look, as my train of thought left me there for a second. I was gonna say we all have issues and problems. It's just the way that it is. Don't let that mock you a little bit. You want to call into the program? I mean, everybody can call into the program. It's not a big deal. We don't get after it too much. So there's that. All right. Anyway, Baylor says, "Tell him Bruiser Bear sent you." You know what though? Fuck Bruiser the Bear. That thing looks like a pedophile. We talked about that. He's not welcome here. We're not. You come on when Jackpot does his stuff. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Fucking Bear looks like he's running around with a windowless van with McDonald's hand puppets in the back of it. Don't want anything to do with that. Vic, welcome to the show.
Hey, what's up, Rob?
What's up, brother?
Yeah, do you know what day it is today?
It's Tuesday.
No, it's my birthday.
Oh, that is right. It is your birthday, sir. How old are you today, sir?
I'm 27.
We got to get you out with the whores. What?
Yep.
Do whores intimidate you, Vic? Come on now.
No.
You got to get the whores, man.
Yeah.
Should be all about strippers and cocaine for your birthday.
Yeah.
You're 27.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. We could use some cocaine and a couple of whores, and that'll be your birthday gift.
Yep.
There you go.
Yep. Yes. Anyway, so yeah, I want to talk a little bit about the Georgia Clemson game. Yeah, I know that we mashed the taters. So, but
Yeah, you did.
yeah. Anyways, I think that yeah. So does the scoreboard matter?
It does. I don't give a shit what Dabo Sweeney says. You lose by 30 points. Yeah, that matters, man.
It says, yeah. He said all that matters is if y'all play hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, do you think that there's any chance that that Dabo will start taking transfers?
No.
No.
He's already he's already made that. I look. I'm going to put this out there. There are dum-dums on TigerNet. I read something where there's a conspiracy out there that says maybe the university should mandate, or the athletic department should mandate, that he has to take on 5 transfer players a year. If he doesn't, then technically he's not following policy, so therefore you can fire him with cause. That is some of the shit that is on TigerNet right now. That hey, let's make a policy where you have to take transfers, but if he doesn't, then we're going to tell him, fuck you. We're firing you with cause. TigerNet has turned into a swashbuckling pile of poo. It's a mess.
Of poo. Yeah,
Yep.
you know that 2 transfers scored touchdowns on y'all. It was Colby Young had a touchdown catch, and Humphreys had a touchdown catch. So,
Well, I'm in the camp that he should use the transfer portal, but here's the thing. There's a full season ahead of you here. He can't take a transfer in this year to hell. So my idea is very simple. You got to support the team you got out there. If you don't, then why even check in? Why even take time to be like, all right, whatever. Georgia beat the shit out of us in week 1. We can't get transfer players right now anyway. You've got that roster that's out there now. Support your team. Even if they do look like horse shit. Got to support your team.
yeah. Is Jackpot okay?
Why wouldn't he be okay? He was over there commenting earlier. Why?
Okay, because I mean, after his team struggled with Old Dominion,
He's pissed off. I can't speak for him, but if I were going to try to, I think he said it the other night on the show. He even put a video out about it. He's not very happy with how shit goes there. He's not. So I wouldn't be happy either. I would be expecting more.
Yeah, I would be mad.
Like they've convinced the folks at the NCAA football game to give Nick Harbor one of the highest ratings as a receiver can get. And this guy gets 1 target in the Old Dominion game. Yeah. So when you just look at it from that perspective, and then you got the coach saying the offensive line is great, offensive line, and he re-upped it today. It's like he made a comment about the offensive line played their ass off. All right? That's what they did. He said that on Saturday. Now, I know it's stupid because he said stupid shit like this before, but it's the first time. And he comes back out and he fixes it on Tuesday. Okay? And he says, you know what? We got work to do on that kind of thing. Now, this motherfucker doubled down. It's like he went to his wife told him, hey, does this dress make me look fat? And he's like, of course, bitch, you're fat. And then she asked again on Tuesday after not talking to him for 3 days. And what does she say? Oh, you're still fat. He's that kind of guy, man. Still doing the same shit. Sven sent, I think, €2. Happy 27th birthday, Vic. Okay. Jackpot says Old Dominion's going to be the group of 5 representative in the playoffs. Hide and watch.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Old Dominion. Yeah, might be a playoff team in that. Yeah, who knows? Maybe they could be. Yeah,
we'll see. Well, Vic, I hope you have a good birthday, sir, and we appreciate you checking out the channel as always, man.
Oh yeah, thanks.
There you go, Vic joining the program. Let's welcome in Billy. Billy, what's up?
Okay. So we've got FSU who highly use the transfer portal, and they got NFL players on the depth chart.
Oh yeah,
and they're getting beat. Yet Dabo don't want to use the transfer portal. What a dichotomy we have.
I'm not saying you should use all of it to replace everybody.
No. What I'm saying is we've got somebody that's used it to the hilt and has an NFL team and can't win.
Right.
There's more.
I'm saying use it to get a couple of players like,
there you go.
I don't know, a quarterback, another wide receiver.
What did Norval see in DJ that other people hadn't seen? I wonder what was it that he's seen? I mean, what skill set does
on paper he looks like an NFL quarterback. Like there are people that call him, and I've seen a couple of, this is not me. Let's make sure we put that out there. People have said that they remind him of Jalen Hurts. That's kind of the way that they put out there. Hold on, let me address Kentucky Durban here. Can we start timing callers? Here's a thought, sir. I'm the one that lets people on and off the show. If I want to talk to Billy for fucking 45 minutes, then I will. You never call into the show, so go fuck yourself.
Ouch.
That's how that works. Don't be over there mocking how we do shit and how long I let people on the program. Stop being a dickhead. Anyway, what else you got there, Billy?
And,
I agree with you on that. I mean, having too much is not good.
And then I mentioned the other night, it was, I don't know if people have seen it before the game. Beamer was being interviewed on the field before the game. And he comes out with, quote, "We're young and we'll make a lot of mistakes tonight," unquote. I'm thinking, who says that? Who says that?
He's a dope, man. But this is who the former players wanted. Just saying.
But yeah, I was very concerned about North Carolina State until I watched them the other night against Western Carolina. Not so much concern. Not so much concern.
So you're putting your eggs in that basket now. I got you.
Well, you got to kind of, sort of. And if you really want to see something funny, go over to the FSU channels and listen to them crying. It is hilarious. Every spin excuse that you can come up with, you know, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable. And they're, what was it? Billy used dichotomy. I think he lost his eye. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, let me get off here. Hey, where is Rob has SEC bias and Octavian? Batman and Robin. I want to see them.
They're scissoring somewhere.
They need to make an appearance.
Yeah.
And take the beating. I mean,
right.
It's okay. It's just a college football game. Later, Rob. Hey, Megan uses live baby ducks to fish with down there in Florida. Somebody needs to call the SPCA on him. Hey, I can't hear you.
Well, your
Barney
body
Ross, welcome to the show.
was muted. Hey, Big Barney Ross here. What program do you think is in more trouble, LSU, FSU, or Florida? And I'll get off here and listen to you.
Wait, hold on. LSU, FSU, or Florida? Yeah, I'm gonna go with. I mean, as far as real trouble, I mean, Florida's the easy pick, right? I think that you've got. I don't know, man. That's Florida State's a shithole too. You know, Florida State's worse in my opinion because they got a top 10 roster, and they lost to Boston College and Georgia Tech. They're looking at maybe a 6-win season. Memphis might get them. Maybe we'll go from then. Kentucky Durban again with some dumb shit now. Rather than calling in, maybe I'll stop by if I ever get in the state of poverty. You'll shut the fuck up then, LOL. You're soft. Brother, no one is scared of you. No one is scared of you. Okay? You probably work at a convenience store outside of Kroger Field, running around getting the extra tickets so you can get extra Kroger points. No one's scared of you. Kentucky loses a game. If Jackpot's Gamecocks beat you this weekend, we won't have to hear from you until basketball season, when that idiot coach you've got, Pope, runs around rapping some Eminem lyrics. You'll be talking about how great your basketball team is, when I've already been on the record that said that I'd rather have quarter zip than that guy. So there you go with that. How many players opt out or transfer? That's a good point for FSU. I don't know, Billy. Good question. Is FIU the third best team in Florida now? They may be the second best team in Florida. What are you talking about? I mean, Florida State hasn't won a game. Kentucky Durban says, Rob just did the Mitch McConnell. No, actually, I took a phone call about my child. That's why I was muted for a second. That's what happened. Anyway, Keep counting those Kroger points, sir. Keep counting the Kroger points. Mizzou looks to have the easiest schedule in the SEC. Yeah. So I was thinking about. I saw some folks that were talking about Arkansas may have found it after their big win over Arkansas Pine Bluff. Some of their fans, man, Arkansas fans are great. They think they've done something. Jackpot says the Bulls would rather have had quarter zip back in the day than Phil Jackson. Maybe that's a little too far. I put the link out there if you guys want to join the program. The big thing from Shane Beamer's press conference was, hey, we got to get the ball in the hands of Harbor more. Yeah. Let's get the hands of the ball in the hands of what's supposed to be our biggest playmaker more. That's what we're looking forward to here. I know Gamecock fans heard that, and the whole thing with the offensive line played well, even though 1 out of 7 plays on Saturday, offensive plays, you ended up with a loss. Jay says he's got a video that says only gay cops pull me over was up on a bumper sticker. And then the state trooper pulled him over. Shit. I was in Kroger today, and I seen a woman wearing a tank top that said, "I'm voting for the felon." And then whoever, like I guess the guy that was there with her, was wearing the T-shirt, "I'm voting for the felon." I was like, holy shit, with the tribal politics today. Pretty funny. Lee says he's a Kentucky fan, just sitting here enjoying the show. Well, thank you. Kentucky fans are all right. So there you go. All right, I put the link out there if you want to join the show. We can have it. That the top 25 was released today. Clemson stays in the top 25. Georgia is still your number 1 team. No surprise there. Let's see here. The latest top 25. Let's give you the rundown on that. Georgia at 1. Ohio State 2. Kentucky, Texas 3. Alabama 4. Notre Dame 5. Notre Dame moved up 2 spots. 6 for Ole Miss. Oregon dropped 4 spots. They're now 7th. Penn State is 8th. Mizzou is now 9. Michigan is 10. They dropped a spot. Utah moves up. They dropped their number 11. Miami's number 12. They moved up 7 spots. 10 spots for Southern Cal. They're now number 13. Tennessee is 14th, followed by Oklahoma State. Kansas State's at 17. LSU's at 18. Kansas is at 19. You got Arizona at 20, Iowa at 21, Louisville at 22, Georgia Tech at 23, North Carolina State at 24, and Clemson at 25. Just outside the rankings, Texas A&M, Boston College. Vanderbilt got 8 votes, by the way. There's that. Oh, someone sent me a picture today that, let's see here. I thought I would share with you guys before I got out of here today. Where did I put it? The gist of it is, oh yeah, here it is. I'll share this with you really quick here. This kind of made me laugh a little bit. Share this picture with you here. Oh, this one. There you go. Here we go. There you go. Vanderbilt giving shit to Florida, A&M, and LSU. It smells like bitch in here. That made me laugh really hard. really hard. So more proof that the top 25 poll really doesn't mean anything. You've got, especially for you SEC apologist people, you know what I'm talking about. Under the guide of this top 25 poll, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So a fifth of the top 25 teams in the country are in the ACC. Now, for you folks that run around with your lower back tattoos, oh, they're ranked wins, they're ranked wins, they're ranked wins. Yeah. Do those ranked wins really mean anything this early in the season? No. No, they don't. No, they don't. All right. If you have, I'm gonna go ahead and post the link for the new form is up for the Callaway's Pick'em Challenge. If you're already in, then you shouldn't have any issues with that. But here's the cool part. Go ahead and pick your games for this week. There's the link for that. Yeah, buddy. That way you can get into the contest now. So get involved. If you're already in, make sure you get your picks in. All right, Jackpot and I'll be back at it tomorrow night. I'll be back here tomorrow on the rundown. As always, I appreciate you guys checking out the program, and we shall see you later on.